Algebra 1, Section 1.2, Order of Operations. The order of operations are first parentheses, exponents, multiply and or divide from left to right, and add or subtract as you read from left to right. So we have PEMDAS. Now don't forget that PEMDAS, that's multiply and divide from left to right, and add and subtract is left to right. So it's whatever you read first. Let's do example 1. Order of operations says we're going to do exponents first. Then we're going to multiply. I can multiply the 3 times the 6, and I can divide the 8 divided by 4 at the same time. Try example B. You try to do example C and D, and then turn the video back on and see if you get the right answer. Okay, example E, we think of a fraction line. The numerator in the fraction line is your grouping symbol, and the denominator is a grouping symbol. So we're going to multiply 24 times 3 first, then do the denominator and divide and get 6. Example A, 3 to the 5th power, that means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, so there's not 5 of them. We can multiply 2 at a time, and then multiply the 3. 7 to the 3rd power, that's 7 times 7 times 7, which is 343. Try to do example C and D on your own. And here's some more practice problems. In example A, you're going to do the grouping symbol first, the parentheses. 10 minus 6 is 4. So when you can just rewrite the 4 divided by 3 divided by 2. Once you replace the 10 minus 6 is 4, you can replace the parentheses with a multiplication symbol. I'm going to divide and multiply in one step. Example B, I've got parentheses and a bracket, so I want to work inside. So go inside the parentheses. 2 plus 3 is 5. So you can then drop the parentheses and make 32 minus 5 to the 2nd power, close the bracket. Now notice that square just goes with the 5. So inside that bracket, we're going to do the exponents first. Then work inside the exponents. 32 minus 25 is 7. That 6 is multiplying times that bracket. So once we simplify that bracket down to one number, we can replace the bracket with the multiplication symbol. Try to do example C on your own. Try to do example D on your own too. Example 4, we are going to plug in what A and B stands for. A stands for 1 and B is 2. So we're going to plug that in. And then we're going to simplify using the order of operations. Order of operations says we do parentheses first. So 1 plus 2 is 3. And then we square it and get 9. Now notice in example B, we're squaring the A and we're squaring the B separately. So when we go to plug in 1 for A and 2 for B, order of operations says we do exponents first. Then we add and we get 5. Look at example 5, A and B. They look very, very similar, except for B has a parentheses where A does not. So that changes the order of operations. In example A, we're going to do the exponents first after we plug in 4 for x. So we're going to do the exponents, then multiply. But in example B, because the 2 and the x are in parentheses, we're going to multiply first, then do the exponents. So be careful about that. Let's try to do example 6a on your own. And 6b. And that is the end of section 1.2.